You are invited to be when and how and who and what you are. You're invited to be in the present space and time. All the layers of your heart being are invited. Everything which is essentially you is especially invited. Sometimes this aligns with your outward social self and feels like the same thing. Sometimes it feels completely different from anything to do with your social self, your social life, your outward affairs. So let's be aware of that, activating your inner heart presence, whether it feels, looks like your outward presence or whether it's completely different or anywhere in between. We've been doing a lot of work recently to better align the outward social self with the inward core self, secret self. It's been in the air recently for most of us, finding new forms of expression, especially to make the outward self more aligned with the inward self. It's all invited, outward and inward, but we have a special regard for the inward because it's rare to have an opportunity to be present with other human beings with the secret self. That's quite rare. Welcome to your human being. Welcome to your other kinds of being. We make a field together within us, between us, and around us where it's more safe and more possible to express other kinds of being than just what is currently considered human, which is a very narrow window of expression. We include intentionally all of our other kinds of being. All the other things that we are, in addition to being human. Our guides and I are setting the space, and we're all setting the space together as well. We welcome spirit guides and friends, benevolent spiritual forces, to be part of our group with equal status to anyone else. We welcome only those who are completely pure of heart and who have a calling from Source Creator to be here right now. Only those ones, please and thank you, not other ones. Most of us have extended family beyond our Earth connections, family in other parts of the galaxy, the universe, family in other universes. We'll give a specific welcome to those aspects. My core being comes from uncreated space, from a kind of existence which is beyond universes. That's probably true for most of us on one level or another. We'd like to welcome especially those beings who are working to liberate the population of Earth from various forms of control and suppression and hijacking. We welcome those working for the liberation of Earth, which is a broad constellation. Many members of our star family, but also many beings of the Earth, Earth herself, many beings of the inner Earth, especially the humans of the inner Earth. We welcome you. The inner Earth humans are in a much better state of being than the ones who live on the surface. Much more free. We welcome our human friends from the inner Earth realms. As stated, only those who are completely pure of heart, totally trustworthy, which will be the vast majority of them. Unlike on the surface. We feel called at this moment, perhaps to make some new openings around what we consider our mission or what we consider a distraction or a sideline, a side quest. What is in our way and what is out of our way. It seems like a fruitful time to consider that there may be changes to our way. There may be things that logically very much appear to be part of our mission, including appearing that way to other humans. But things have changed. And inwardly, we no longer feel that they are part of our mission. By the same token, we may also find ourselves in situations that appear to have little to do with our conscious intention. And yet, they are illuminating a new part of us, a dormant part of us, a relationship to humanity that has been forgotten. There are many opportunities to refine our path at this time. To make some room where we ordinarily wouldn't, or to close something off that would ordinarily be open. We're starting to get outward expressions of the inward changes that were made a little while ago. We're starting to have conscious awareness of some new reality which has been born within us a little while ago. Specifically with the recent alignment of the outer planets. Possibility for very constructive change was opened. And now we're beginning to see the manifestations of that, the manifestations. There may be aspects that we've identified to be part of ourselves that perhaps are more accurately considered to be guides, outward benevolent forces, or versions of you from other kinds of space and time. It can go both ways. Perhaps beings or forces that have appeared to you always to be a guide, something completely beyond you. Perhaps we realize also that's an aspect of me. That's another kind of my existence. Many of us have versions living in different dimensions among the stars or further out or deep inside the earth. My inner earth versions are particularly instrumental in my success. This could be a good time to enter more direct relationship with your friends in high places, your friends in low places. It can be very relaxing to acknowledge I do not begin and end with my human being. My being includes many more things. Sometimes we're more aware of that when our plans are failing because we need solace. We need our extended suite of resources. With discipline, we can also start to be aware of those resources when our plans are succeeding, when there's not as much outward pressure. Our discipline allows us to carry the connections forward through failure or success. And yes, the successful times sometimes require more discipline, which sometimes is the opposite way to how we think about it in 3D. Often we feel we must be very disciplined when circumstances appear stark. And then when things are moving, we can kind of relax and flow. The guides would like to remind us that the times of ease are the times where your boundaries matter the most. It can be very easy to flow right into something that's not meant for you because your momentum is so strong. We welcome the strengthening of our interdimensional alliances day by day, moment by moment, even as the collective of humans remains more or less completely ignorant of this. Still, these connections are strengthened for those who are pursuing it. We have a tremendous stratification of humanity on the surface of the earth. Conscious people are getting more conscious. Unconscious people are getting more unconscious. The duality is getting exaggerated even more, which is very tiring. But that's how we make progress right now. If any of your plans are contingent on unconscious people waking up, this might be a good time for those to change. But also, with people who are conscious, it's possible to go much further, much deeper. And as the conscious become more conscious, our inner earth friends and our star friends have more access to us. Even as the unconscious people continue to deny that all of that exists in the first place. For those choosing growth, the connection to our extended family and our extended forms of being get deeper and deeper. We welcome that here and now. We welcome kinship with your ascended aspects, with your ascended family and friends. Maybe some of them overlap with your earthly family and friends. Maybe they're completely different. We hold no judgment about this. If your grandmother is the avatar of an Arcturian, that's all well and good. If all of your family is completely asleep, that's also well and good. We strengthen our connections to the lower and higher dimensional families, all those working for the greatest good of all. Whether they overlap with our social world or whether they do not. These are the connections we can truly rely on. For my part, I'm letting go of some friends and relations who have not found their inner spark, including people that I genuinely like, people who have various kinds of knowledge or compassion. For me now, the inner spark being activated is an absolute requirement. And there's enough abundance that I get to have that standard and also have friends. It wasn't always like that. We change as the outward circumstances change. That's part of our growth. It's not all about the unchanging, although that too is important. My guides and I are assisting you to widen some channels and to connect to all of our true friends and release anyone and anything that's not a true friend. We have perfect awareness of what a true friend is in our heart. And it can change. The heart will always have up-to-date information about that. Some of the guides have been appearing less lately. It doesn't mean that they've abandoned us. It means they're gathering their resources. The more we can connect to them in their home spaces, the less we feel lonely. Like any relationship, sometimes it's about them coming to meet us. Sometimes it's about us going to meet them. So if your expectation is that they always come to you, it may be time to broaden that concept. Or if you feel you're always going to them, maybe you can relax more. Let them put some work in. It's perfectly okay to not have sensory information about their presence. This is accepted, this is known. It's not a failure of your senses if you don't perceive them. They're working as intended. 3D senses for 3D situations. We're continuing to broaden some of these channels. We're also harmonizing this space-time with some other kinds of space-time. The fabric of reality is one. Not even a very strict quarantine, which is basically what we have on Earth at the moment, can block out our higher and lower dimensional friends. Our little slice of reality is always influenced by all the others, no matter what the conditions are. Great efforts are being made currently to narrow humanity's perception even further. Please don't take it personally if this affects you. It doesn't mean you're not spiritual or something like that. Just means the struggle collectively is intensifying. It's part of how it's meant to be ultimately, insofar as I know that. As many, many people become duller and duller, we become more shiny. Our connections to our heart family become stronger, and we are faithful to that, whether it appears outwardly socially harmonious or disharmonious. We are faithful to our true friends, and they are faithful to us. We're not troubled about how people who are asleep perceive it. We're still broadening some channels. Let the light of the galaxy, all the galaxies, enter even those most convoluted and darkest of spaces and situations. May more room be made within our dense human experience, dense and getting denser. May more room be made there for light work. May we all feel our true friends, our star family, our inner earth family. Whether that includes our physical senses or doesn't. Let the connections more deeply felt below the senses, above the senses, be ever more present. Let our inward and our outward activism be harmonious. We would like to offer some protection or containment for these newly broadened channels. If that makes sense to you. Let's receive together some stronger protection, a smarter and more impervious vessel around your physical vessel. Let our tender growth towards our true family and friends be well protected, safely held, with increasing interference. We ask for and we create increasing protection. at a time when most people's perception is narrowing. Ours is broadening. May we walk gracefully and safely among all the people who are becoming duller. It's okay to not understand, to not be understood by such people. Completely fine. Let your vessel, your ship, be strengthened and upgraded to sail through any waters, turbulent or calm. Still, our inward perceptions broaden. We accept and embrace upgrades to our various layers of armor, our various layers of skin. Let all of these processes be safely held within. And we can trust that we are still broadening in our perception, even when we're not consciously working on it, when it's happening in the subconscious or in the background, while the mind is occupied with this or that. This growth continues. It will continue. So we are free to come back to sensory perception, to remember the body-mind in this dimension. Good morning, good evening, body-mind. Thank you for holding me. Your body-mind likes to be acknowledged. It's holding so much beyond just an individual mind. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, body, mind, body. Thanks for being my soul vessel. If you are in other dimensions, we invite you back to the ones that we call physical, usually called 3D or 4D sometimes. If it feels stable and grounded to be in 5D, you can be there also. back to the here and now. If your aura is very extended, you can gently draw it back to the area that your skin contains. Like a freshly laundered set of clothes. Aspects of our astral body have been out at the dry cleaner. Now they come back nice and clean. We align with our physical senses again. I see what I see. I hear what I hear. I taste what I taste. I smell what I smell. I feel what I feel. I think what I think. Gently retrieving all parts of yourself, welcoming them back to the here and now and to the boundaries of the body. Let our new armor integrate well with our body-mind. Let everything that is unconditionally good about all of these processes integrate well with you and me, all of our relations, our houses, our land, our earth, all the way into the core of the earth. Anything not completely good, we release. And our team helps to process it and move it to the appropriate places. We only keep what is only good. No need to hold on to anything else. And we'll keep integrating in different ways. Feel free to do what feels right for you. We are grateful for this time. We're grateful for our group, physical and non-physical. We're grateful for each other. We're grateful for ourselves. We're grateful for being sane in a time of insanity. We're grateful for our continued growth and expansion. Feel free to send gratitude anywhere else that it feels natural to send it. Thank you to our spirit team. Thank you to our earth. We continue to return to the here and now. Grateful for the experience. anything about these processes which is tender, let it be sealed. Let our space together be closed. We return to our individual spaces and release the group for now. We are pleased. It is done.